Everyone. I Ashutosh Tripathi once again welcome you to my channel, and today we are going to cover a very interesting and adventurous novel written by Joan David Wiss, that is The Swiss Family Robinson. Now, in this novel we are going to learn many important values of life like self-reliance, determination, love for the family, cooperation, etc. So these all points we are going to discuss in detail. But before moving to the next slide, I would request all my viewers, please do not forget to share and subscribe my channel. So let's move on to the first slide. There is an introduction part. The Swiss Family Robinson by Joan David Wiss. Now, The Swiss Family Robinson is a well-known adventure novel that people of many countries have enjoyed for more than 200 years. It has also been made into graphic novels and films. The novel, written by the Swiss clergyman Joan David Wiss, is not just an adventure. It aims at teaching young people values like self-reliance, determination, love for your family, cooperation, and prudent use of resources. It also has good lessons relevant in natural science, good husbandry, and even mathematics. So that's the brief introduction about the novel. Now, in the next slide, I'll begin the explanation in the form of a summary. That is, in short, I'm going to explain you the novel. Now, as you can see, number of pictures on your screen, the novel opens with the family which gets stranded in a ship amongst a great storm. The ship crew with other members evacuated, leaving this family behind. So William and Elizabeth and their 4 children, Fritz, Ernest, Jack and Franz, are left to survive alone. As the ship tosses about, the father William prays that God will spare them. The ship survives the night and the family finds themselves within sight of a tropical desert island. Next morning, they decide to get to the island they can see beyond reef. With much effort, they construct a vessel out of tubs and fill the tub with foods and ammunition and all other articles of value. 2 dogs named Turk and Juno also swim beside them. Upon reaching the island, the family set up a makeshift camp. William knows that they must prepare for a long time on the island, and his thoughts are as much on provisions for the future as for their immediate wants. While father and Fritz are salvaging their supplies, the mother and younger boys are working on the shore, sowing seeds, examining the contents of the kegs that floated to shore, and trying each and every possible way to make the tent a more livable home. Ultimately, the whole family works together and constructs a tree house. As you can see on your screen, a tree house, that is a house built on a tree at a certain height, so as to save themselves from the wild animals or the dangers on the island. Initially they construct a tree house, but as time passes, wherein the Elizabeth is injured climbing the stairs down from the tree house, so after this incident they settle in a more permanent dwelling in part of a cave. Means they build a new house inside a cave, as you can see in the right hand side picture. Fritz rescues a young English woman, Jenny Montrose, shipwrecked elsewhere on the island. Now the book covers more than 10 years. William and older boys explore various environments and develop homes and gardens in various sites about the island. At a point, the father wonders if they will ever see the rest of humanity. Eventually, a British ship that is in search of Jenny Montrose anchors near the island and is discovered by the family. William, who has recorded all the happenings, incidents, or we can say the survival story of the family into a journal, a kind of book which he has written wherein he has shared all the experiences which they have gone through or the family has gone through. Now, this journal, he hands over the journal to the captain of the ship, which is eventually published. Several members of the family choose to continue to live peacefully on their island, while others return to Europe with British, France, and Fritz left and others stayed back. So, out of the family, Franz and Fritz they leave with the ship and others stay back on the island. Now, in this story, we get to learn several important values of life. Now, this is a great book and teaches us many great values of life, like the value of being optimistic or optimism, prudent use of resources, that is, wiseful use of resources, self-reliance, determination, hard work, value of strong families, curious, cooperation. So these are certain values which we learn through this novel. Now the value of being optimistic is taught through the example of this Swiss family. Being shipwrecked on an uninhabited island, they immediately explore the island and find many useful things through their ingenuity and problem solving. Throughout this story, we consistently see how each family member is valued. Each family member uses their talents as best as they can to help and serve one another. Trying to help others makes life more fulfilling and help us refine our talent. Prudent and wiseful use of resources is also reflected through the example of how William and Fritz made bowls and spoons from gourds, and also how they cut gourds into other utensils. Application of mathematics in life, that is the practical use of mathematics in life, is also shown when father teaches the boys geometry and how to use triangles to measure big objects. These things were taught by father while building a home up in one of the large trees. Next important values of life which we are taught through this novel is self-reliance and determination. Now they are the other very important values of life that we get to learn from this family. Self-reliance is nothing but fulfilling one's need without depending on others. So these values which we learn are really important to help us lead a successful and good life. Moving on to the next slide, where we are going to discuss the characters and their characteristics. That is, various characters of the novel and their characteristics. So the first character which we are going to take is William the father. So here I have taken the help of an animation wherein you can see the image of the father. Now what qualities he possesses. Now the father, or the William the father, is a very resourceful person, very informative, brave and strong, knowledgeable, protective father, and the narrator. So we can say William the father is patriarch of Robinson family and also the narrator of the story. He is the leader of the family who possesses enormous amount of information and knowledge on almost everything that family comes across. He is an epitome of self-reliance and bravery. So the next important character that we are coming up with is Elizabeth the mother, and she possesses the characteristics like being intelligent, versatile, hardworking, observant, supportive, caring. Now the loving mother of Robinson family She is intelligent and resourceful. At the time of leaving the ship, she fills her magic bag with supplies including sewing material and seeds for food crops. She is also a remarkable and versatile cook. So in this way, these are the qualities which the mother possesses. Next important character that we come across is the children. So one by one we are going to consider them. First is the Fritz, and the qualities that we can see, the information that he is the eldest son. As you can see on the screen, he is the eldest son, and Fritz is the oldest of the four boys. He is 15 years old, is intelligent but impetuous. He is the strongest and accompanies his father on many quests. Next one is Ernest. Now Ernest, he is the second oldest of the boys, almost 13 years of age. He is also very strong but physically less active. He is also brave but physically he is not active. So we can say he is very possesses passive characteristic. Next one is Jack. Now Jack is the third oldest of the boys and almost 11 years old. He is thoughtless, bold, vivacious and the quickest of the group. Last one, or the smallest member of the family, youngest of the boys, and is 8 years old when the story opens. He usually stays home with the mother. There is one more character which comes later on in the novel, that is Jenny Montrose, an English girl found on Smoking Island at the end of the novel. She is shy but is soon adopted into the family. So in this way, I think you must have understood the summary and the characters with different characteristics. Thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to share and subscribe the channel. Your subscription, your sharing will definitely motivate me in coming up with videos on several topics. Thank you once again for watching the video. Have a good day.